Yo guys, and welcome to another Dark Rain video. This time I'm going to be showing you how our 6-man fire team defeats Oryx on hard mode. Now you're going to have to bear with the video. It's about 10 minutes long, but I think it's certainly worth sitting around for and watching, because I'll go through all of the various small type tactics that you need to be doing in order to down this enormous fool. So what we do is we all come and meet right at the top here. We send one guy down to the middle to aggro the enemy and draw the small thrall into the centre. Once they're one of our hunters with a tether, we'll hit them with that tether, produce a shit ton of orbs for the rest of the team, and we'll down these ads. This way it feeds into our plan later on. Once you've done that, 2 knights spawn on each of the front platforms, kill them, and then get ready to move. Now what we've done the same thing as what we did with the sisters. The men are numbered 1, 2 and 3, so they know which platforms to go to. We have a designated runner, which is me, and 2 men up top DPSing. So let me explain to you what I do as the runner. I've got to be the first man on the platform where Oryx slams his fist down. Once I've done that, I basically run round and collect the relic and the aura as I'm running round on these various platforms. What the other lads are doing, who are numbered 1, 2 and 3, they basically jump up in that sequence. The one's on first, followed by number 2, followed by number 3, and that will spawn those platforms in the correct order so that I can get up. Now the annoying thing about downing this fool is I like to run golden gun. I just take a few shots into him, pap him with that, and he just sits straight down. And once you've got the aura, I have to make my way up to the lads as quickly as possible. Like so. So once we're up here, we shoot Oryx in the chest and he staggers. Once we've done that, we'll kill any of the ads who have ranged attacks. Once they've done that, I will basically shout that it's clear to go, and the lads run from where they are to go and get their respective bombs. And their bombs are the bombs that spawn next to them from the platform where they originally stood. Now as I'm running round and doing my thing, collecting the aura as the relic runner, there are 2 men on one of the platforms opposite to where Oryx originally spawns, and from there those 2 men are shooting ogres and killing knights. So basically they'll down the ogre, down the ogre, down the ogre, down the ogre, all 4 of them, then they turn around and then they finish off all of the light eater knights that steal your bomb from you. Then you go into this phase here. It's basically a bomb phase. And what's going on here is Oryx sort of strikes you with this explosive light, and eventually it goes off, and if you're within its area of effect when it does go off, you die. All we do is 4 men run around each of the platforms at the same time. 1 man up top jumping between the 2 higher platforms where the sisters originally are, and because I'm the relic runner, I just slot in to wherever I want. Basically, I'll watch somebody run off and then I will follow them exactly halfway round the circle so that I maximise the distance that I am from that person at all times. And then basically it is rinse and repeat from here, guys. Oryx slams his fist down, I'm the relic runner, I capture it, and away I go. In the meantime, the platform jumpers jump up 1 at a time in the sequence 1, 2 and 3. And the 2 men on the platform, you see where that Titan bubble is? That's where they're stood now. What they're doing is shooting ogres. Once the ogres are down, they turn on the knights. Now, as soon as I've got that relic, I tell everyone, I've got the relic, lads, get down from your platforms. As soon as I say it, they are gone. Speed of 1,000 gazelles and up top to where it is safe. I'll jump down, grab the aura of invincibility from this fool, take a bit of life off him, then golden gun him, because that way I spawn orbs when he dies because of my super. I jump up top and everybody's safe. We await for him to open up his chest and we stagger him from there. Same thing again here, guys. Once he's staggered, down any enemies that you can see that have ranged attacks. Once they're all down, 1 man call it. Tell the lads, go get their bombs. And then they all go get them at the exact same time, and there isn't any really delay or lag between them. All enemies are down. Get a shift on, lads, go get your bombs, and away they go. Speed of 1,000 gazelles. I basically stay in the middle and I keep pumping rounds into Oryx's chest. Now, if there was going to be a weapon that I'd run with for this final boss fight, I really like the touch of malice, because when you're in this aura of invincibility and you get down to your last round, you do double the amount of damage and you never run out of ammo because it just keeps refueling it. Now, because that's the second time we've downed Oryx, it's now time for running, because I think he's about to activate a bomb phase. Sometimes if you do enough damage, he activates a new phase, which is this one. So this one, he basically spawns 2 knights and they're always on the front 2 platforms. Once you've downed the knights, there's this enormous black ball in the centre of the platform, just there. And you have to kill thralls and stop them getting in. But once you're in here, you'll come up against the shadow of Oryx. And this guy's an absolute pain in the arse. He keeps teleporting round. And just keep pumping rounds into him and cause as much damage as you can before he gets the arsehole and starts trying to attack you. Now, the thing with trying to find him is he's quite hard to see at times. But when he does zip left or right, he leaves a bit of a trail when he goes. But what I found really useful is my headset. My headset's got surround sound, and when he reappears, he roars. And the surround sound on my headset pretty much tells me exactly where he is. We turn around, we punch him in the face, and he dies. Now, the important thing to remember with that previous phase is once you've been teleported in, it's your job to shoot the shadow of Oryx and kill any thrall that get in there. Because if you lose any life, you don't recover. And then when he comes out, if he gets a swing off and hits you, he's going to cause a lot of damage. And if you've not got full health, he may well down you. And as you know, this is hard mode. Therefore, there are no revives. The only people who can get up are the Sunsinger Warlocks with their outstanding supercharge. So here we go again. I've got the relic. I tell everybody, and as you can see, nobody stood on them platforms anymore. And it says the platforms fade from existence. And it's because my teammates are no longer stood on there, generating platforms for me to stand on. I down that fool and I get a shift on and try to get the aura of invincibility up to the guys. Now, in terms of team setup, it honestly does not matter what setup you're using in terms of classes. So you could have 6 hunters, 6 warlocks, 6 titans, 2 warlocks, 2 titans, 2 hunters. It doesn't matter what you're doing. There are some things that will help you out in this raid, such as the tether from the Night Stalker Hunter, because if you put on the perk Light of the Pack, you are obviously dripping in orbs and it keeps your men juiced up and they're good to go. Bubble Titans also help because if you're using the Touch of Malice, you can keep stepping into the bubble and keep taking the health from your overshield as opposed to your actual life bar. Again, that's pretty useful. Or you can have a Warlock with Nova Bomb. He hits the ogres pretty hard. You could have 5 hunters with Golden Gun just taking them things out and absolutely wrecking them. It's entirely up to you guys. I don't think your setup matters too much, but it is important that you're using the right type of weaponry. So I'd go with the Touch of Malice if I could. If you don't have that, get another scout rifle. The Hung Jury from Dead Orbit is an absolute beast. I really like that. The Cole Valence's Duty from Iron Banana, that's a pretty good scout rifle. As for my secondary, run a sniper rifle. And I'll tell you why. It's absolutely invaluable in this particular phase here. So once you're teleported in, I bust out my sniper rifle and it hits so hard. Look at that. 10k a shot. And if you can get all 4 shots off, you're talking 40k every time he rotates. And you can really put a lot of hurt into that kid. And it's not often he gets much damage off. And all these ads that keep spawning absolutely keep you dripping in special ammo. For the heavy weapon, it doesn't really make much of a difference what you're using. I tend to use the machine gun from this raid because it does extra damage on taken. You could use a rocket launcher for ad control, or even hitting the shadow of Oryx in this phase, because that will hit him quite hard, but you'd be just as well off with your sniper rifle hitting those big headshots straight to the face. You probably do a lot more damage with that. But yeah, the machine gun is useful, but in terms of heavy, you can get away with pretty much anything. I've got the relic, guys. What do I do now? I tell them not to get down, and they get to safety. I steal the aura, I down this fool with the golden gun, and then I just get up to the top to look after the lads. Basically, I like to jump off of these platforms normally, but it's not always possible because I get messed around. So that's a real nice and easy way to get up there. So now I'm up top again. All we do, is open up that chest, pump as many rounds into it as we can, and kill these guys with ranged attacks, because they are so annoying when your lads go for bombs. And if your lad gets downed while going for a bomb, that bomb doesn't go off, and then you're a man down for the rest of the raid, which is really, really annoying. You can do it with 5 men, no problems, but it's just much more difficult, and it's unnecessarily difficult. So I've told the lads to go get the bombs because there's no more ranged attacks going on, and there'll be one other guy who jumps into the centre with me, and we just pump rounds into Oryx's chest. Now, it doesn't really matter how many rounds you pump into him or how much damage you do, because your damage from your actual rifles and weapons do not elicit damage to his health pool. It's the bombs going off and you shooting him and preparing him for that damage. So once you've staggered him for a 4th time, he spawns right in the middle. Do not, under any circumstance, ignore him here, because if you don't stagger him, you fucking die. Alright? That's it, guys. That is the full raid, all done and dusted. I hope this series of videos helps you out, guys. Alright? If you've got any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments section below, and I'll get back to you. We are Dark Rain, and as always, we'll see you in game.